How's it going, everyone? Before we get into this video, I thought to give a quick explanation as to why I didn't upload last week. Essentially, I got a new software for this channel, and I also got a bit of a flu, and so I only had enough energy to work on a review for Rapzilla's channel. Now that I'm back, I figured a great way to start off a new year would be with some new music. I used to spend hours combing through Rapzilla's free music page, so I've always had an interest in finding new music. I don't really have time for that these days, but thankfully artists reach out to me through this channel and share their stuff. Today I'll be recommending some artists that have really impressed me. Now then, let's talk about a few artists that could intentionally get big in this new year. This guy is an artist from Washington, D.C. The music I heard from him was his project called Barmanies: The Long Fall, which I've included a link to in the description. His musical style is as unique as that title might lead you to think, and the project is strongly biblical in its presentation. It deals primarily with the struggles of being new in the faith, battling to truly put things of the old life to rest. He intended it to be able to minister and speak to other people in Christ who are in similar places in their own walk. As a whole, the project really caught me off guard, as Shyne On Me is both a capable rapper and singer. His voice is extremely raspy and distinct, but also full of soul and discerning wittiness. If you're big on wordplay, lyricism, and music based around themes, you may indeed enjoy this artist. What really sold this project for me was the mixture between his great melodies from his singing combined with his cool-headed and earnest rapping style. One issue I found with this project, however, is that it occasionally felt like the mixing on his voice was a little too low. With some artists, their lyrics aren't exactly the focus of their music, but seeing as Shyne On Me is a lyricist, his words give his songs a level of depth that's pretty important. It wasn't a major issue, as I could usually understand him, but I did have to rewind sometimes in order to catch lines. The project overall gives me a lot of hope for 2018's indie scene, particularly for the artists who want to put God at the front of their music. It has a great amount of character to it, a consistent style, and a strong attention to detail and polish, despite the fact that it's free. Cadence is an artist who I found out about last year, about 3 months ago. He initially reached out with a single, and in response I asked him to put out more songs. He did just that, putting out 4 singles, and on top of that he did a feature with another artist. The most notable thing I see in Cadence is a crazy amount of raw talent, particularly when it comes to flows. Given that he's still a teenager, I think he could potentially grow to become an artist known for his ability to flow, akin to the likes of John Gives. He's got that natural ear for rhythm, and it really doesn't take much listening to pick up on that. Since he's got limited resources, sometimes his voice sounds a little too low and his beats are too loud, but we all have to start from somewhere. He even got a Cash Money AP beat, and Cash Money AP is no joke as a producer. I also see his young age being a real benefit to him, as an effective way to be in touch with the youth is by being youthful yourself. His music and level of energy is relevant to today's hip-hop sounds, and as he continually hones his own style, he'll only stand out more and more. I really do hope to see him become more popular, as this would be the first time I get to witness an artist I truly enjoy start from near scratch and work their way up. Cadence, in a way, represents the potential future of godly hip-hop, and I think his journey is one we should absolutely keep an eye on. If you like the current vibe-heavy sounds of hip-hop, you'll want to check out this guy's SoundCloud page, which I've included in the description below. I'd personally recommend his song If I Wanted To, as I think that's his best one so far. PoetiCS is a producer and rapper that I had heard about through The New Black on Twitter, so when he reached out to me with his EP Speak No Evil, I had a general idea of what musical community he worked in. On top of that, his project has a ton of artists that I like, including Trégad, Jerry Mana, Cecily, Benjamin Broadway, and more. Honestly, it was a no-brainer that I would enjoy his project, and he probably knew that when he reached out. That's a great example of knowing how to find your audience, and PoetiCS stays dedicated in presenting an energetic and relevant sound. When it comes to hip-hop of the fun and party-oriented variety, it can be extremely difficult to find music that's simply clean, never mind talking about God. PoetiCS proudly talks about God though, and the cool nature of his music is not hindered in any way by this. This EP's got a great sense of balance, with lighthearted songs like Halo and Now They Go and See. Contrasting this are songs with more contemplative vibes, like Blurry and Tell You What I Know. It never steers too far in one direction, and that's why the project feels so fun and simple to listen to. The production is quite strong as well, which allows PoetiCS and the multiple feature artists to shine with their vocals. If you're looking for some music you can just relax and easily enjoy, this EP from PoetiCS is a must-have. As we settle into this new year, we should always be aware of what upcoming artists to keep an eye on. These are just a few that I think are noteworthy. What are some artists that you guys think will make their presence known in 2018? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to also let me know if you like this type of video, as I would love to do more. Next week, I'll be back with a discussion, as I haven't done any in quite some time. Until then, peace out.